So I just got this new vehicle, a new second-hand vehicle anyway. And if you know me at all, which you probably don't, this is a huge deal for me to buy a vehicle and to spend the amount of money I have. Now, to me, it's a fair amount of money, but to a lot of people, this would be like a normal or cheap car. So the most amount of money I've ever spent on a vehicle is like $5,000, and this car costs like 4 times that. So I'll show you what vehicle it is in a second, but it's very different sort of vehicle for me to own. It's a 4x4. I've never owned a 4x4 before, and so it's very exciting for me. But what I would, kind of the lesson that I have sort of learned here is, like I said, this has been a huge thing for me to purchase this vehicle. And I'm a business owner, right? I own some online businesses, and to allow myself to spend the money on this vehicle has been the biggest mental hurdle for me. Even though it's just like 20 grand, for me to spend that money on a possession is huge. Like, it's a massive deal, because I've always spent my money more on experiences and travel and that kind of thing. Like I prefer that over in possessions and things like that. Obviously, you got cars that can go down in value, and so it's kind of like I always put it into more investments and travel and all those kinds of things where I can get a return on it, or where I feel I get a return on it. Other people are very comfortable making a purchase like this, or double or triple double or triple the price of this purchase, and that's just normal to them to have a vehicle that costs that much. Whereas to me, huge mental hurdle. So I guess there comes a point in your life at times, if you feel you deserve it, where you can just go buy something and you don't feel guilty about it. And that's something I've struggled with for a long time, is feeling guilty about doing a purchase like that, or a bigger purchase, even if it's something small like $1,000, but it's not needed. I didn't need this vehicle. I already have a car, but it's just a normal car. And it's just kind of getting over that sort of feeling, I guess, and allowing yourself and saying, hey, it's all right for me to do that. I can afford it. I've been working for a long time, slogging it out, not buying anything. So yeah, I'm going to buy it. I'm going to do that. I'm going to reward myself to do that. So I think no matter whether you're a business owner or you work a normal job or an employee, and if you've put in the work and not just worked hard, but you've put money aside for investments, you're putting it into other things all the time, and then it's okay. You feel that it's okay. If you feel it's okay, then and you do it and you don't feel guilty, obviously you've made the right decision. So I feel that I have. But if you're in the same situation, I guess it all comes down to how much you've worked, how much money you've got spare anyway. Are you really stretching yourself to do it? And kind of just weighing up all these things. Again, I'm just sort of telling you my experience, my story from being a business owner and having that constant sort of thing. I don't want to call it fear, but that constant thing in the back of your mind that you're going to lose it all, or you're going to lose a bunch of money or whatever, and you're going to have to go back to a job, because to me that's my biggest nightmare, having to go back to a job. So whether you're a business owner or a employee, I'm sure it's the same kind of thing. It's the same. You've got some kind of fear or some kind of thing that you don't want to lose. So that's what I've got to say. This is the vehicle anyway, by the way. It is a Toyota Hilux. So it's pretty cool. Again, it is just an older one. A lot of people will think that this is, just a old car, and I guess it is. But in Australia, you pay a fair bit for an old Hilux. So yeah, and it's cool to have a black one. And I've actually always kind of loved Hiluxes as a kid. Very mainstream vehicle, of course, but anyway. So that's enough of that. That's my story. If you feel like you've got to, you want to get something, you want to lash out on something, I think there's just sometimes there comes a time where it's like, screw it, I'm going to do it, and I'm going to level up to the person that I want to be able to have those kind of things. And that's kind of how I've always thought is I don't want to bring my expectations down. I want to, increase my work effort to get to the goals that I want. So hope that resonates with you. If you want to follow along on my entrepreneurial and personal growth journey, that's what I'm sharing here. Hit subscribe.